And we are live, right? I guess. All right. Okay. I guess. Right. Anyways, just testing. Right. Wow. Okay. Uh, wait. Let's. Oh, what the. Hmm, Lord. Hi. Okay. Well. Hey. Oh yeah, about the thing of the Sodor Fallout adaptation is it's in a pause. Yep, but don't worry, it will come. So you take your time. I will take my time myself. Sorry. Right. How are
Oh,
you?
hey, guy. Oh, hey. This is the first time I have done this.
I
I
think
have
yeah.
done. Yeah. Sorry
Well,
about that.
anyways.
Hmm.
Oh, crying out loud.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Information active. Green food. Skip across the holding check at the beach open. Admiral, we have enemy ships in sector 47. It's a trap. Fighters coming in. Too many of them.
Hmm. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What the hell is that freight doing? Freight 4920, back off. I repeat.
Uh, to proceed, all of us behind us.
as a member of the 501st was hot, was sandy, chaotic. Nothing at all like the simulations on Camino. Of course, that's pretty much the way it was for all of us, wasn't it? All that breeding, all those years of training, it doesn't really prepare you for all the screaming or the blood, does it? Frankly, I'm still amazed we ever made it through the first hour. First day. Incredibly, the 501st survived the crucible of Geonosis, emerging battle-hardened and ready for whatever the war would throw at us. In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Megiddo, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Myketan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser. Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings, and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them, though, he never caught whiff of what was really going on until it was far too late. The success of the mission on Megiddo was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st. Suddenly, we realized that the Jedi could be fooled. And if they could be fooled, they could be killed. As the Clone Wars progressed, more and more ground-based legions found themselves pressed into space combat, including the fighting forces of the 501st. For months, every hour of our downtime was spent in the simulator, preparing for the time we would face our enemies from the cockpit of a 170. Finally, the day came to earn our wings. The CIS had staged a daring kidnapping of Chancellor Palpatine and was being escorted from Coruscant by a fleet of separatist ships. With only a few veteran pilots on planet, many of the 501st were pressed into service to drive off the Seps and buy time for a pair of Jedi Knights to rescue the Chancellor. After disabling the final capital ship, General Kenobi and Skywalker took advantage of the opportunity we'd created and rescued the Chancellor. Took all the credit, too. It's been said that the 501st got the best of the war. We also got the worst. On Felucia, the Seps dug their metal heels into the muck of that alien hellhole and dared the Republic to come in after them. So we did, only to be met with the month after month of flesh-eating diseases, shrieking nocturnal predators, and other sights that haunt me to this day. Cut off and for all we knew, abandoned by our superiors. Our only hope was Ayla Secura, Jedi Commander. Without her iron will, none of us would have come out of that mess with our sanity or our lives. When her death came, our hope was quick. When the 501st was finally rotated out of Felucia, Ayla Secura made a point of seeing us off personally, calling us the bravest soldiers she'd ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets, because none of us could bear to look her in the eye. When the Separatists' invasion of Kashyyyk caught the Republic flat-footed, a detachment of the 501st was sent in to stop the bleeding until reinforcements could arrive. It was a textbook suicide mission, and we knew it. As we fought our way into Kashyyyk's atmosphere, most of us believed the only way we'd be getting off this planet was in a body bag. As the 501st finally broke through the Sep blockade over Kashyyyk, I took a long look back at the battle that continued to rage over the planet and wondered why so many had to die for a bunch of walking carpets. Then I followed my orders and turned planetward.
General Krell, you're being relieved of duty.
It's treason, then.
Surrender, General.
You're committing mutiny, Captain.
Explain your actions.
My actions?
For ordering your troops against one another.
No. That. I'm surprised you were able to figure it out. For a clone.
Surrender, General. You're outnumbered.
Dare to attack the Jedi! I will not be undermined by creatures bred in some laboratory.
Get him! Anybody got anything? Yeah, negative, Captain. We lost him. Wait! He's too powerful! He's coming!
You should have listened to the ARC Trooper from the beginning, Captain. He was right. He was right. I was using you. You've all been my pawns.
Get him! Captain Rex, this is tough. If you can, force the General towards me. What? Why? Trust me, sir. Troops, listen up. Circle around. Lure him towards top. Hey, ugly! Come and get me! I stunned him, sir. Swell, tough. Why, General? Why kill your then.
Because I can. Because you fell for it. Because you're inferior.
But you're a Jedi. How could you?
A Jedi. I'm no longer naive enough to be but your power is rising. I foresee it. The Jedi are going to lose this war, and the Republic will be ripped apart from the inside. In its place is going to rise a new order, and I will rule as part of it.
You're a separatist.
I serve no one side, only my own. And soon, my new master.
You're an agent of Dooku.
Not yet, but when I get out of here, I will be. After I've succeeded in driving the Republic from Umbara, the Count will reward my actions and make me his new apprentice.
How did you do this?
My new master.
My lord, I followed all of your orders, and you made me kill my brothers.
That's because you were the biggest fool of them all, Doctor. I counted on blind loyalty like yours to make my plan succeed.
That will never happen. You're a traitor, General, and you will be dealt with as one.
You never learn, Captain. The Umbarans are going to retake this space, and when they do, I will be free.
Turn around. Step toward the wall. On your knees.
You're in a position of power now. How does it feel?
I said on your knees.
It feels good, doesn't it? But I can sense your fear. You're shaking, aren't you? What are you waiting for? The Umbarans are getting closer.
I have to do this.
You can't do it, can you? Eventually you'll have to do the right thing.
I had to. He betrayed us.
Ah, so it transformed. Mobility. Yeah. Why not?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, hey. Hold on. I just changing my avatar photo. It's just give me a sec.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, sorry. It's Yeah. Hmm. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go. Hmm. There's quite a friend here. His name is Alberto.
Oh yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. And I helped him up for his Halloween special, which is great.
There you go.
What's up?
Oh, hey, Alberto. Good to see you.
Hey. Just good to see you too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And funny fact, me and GWR15 are from the same continent.
Wait.
North America.
I guess yeah.
Yeah, he's from
I heard there's gonna be a special
Chile. I'm from Brazil.
master version from the B12 Points production of the Tale of the Bad Engine, which I'm watching it right now. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
What fun!
Yep.
Yeah. Just working here for my upcoming series, Sodor, the Years of the Future.
It's quite an interesting series.
And and there is the casting characters which I'll send here in the private chat. So yeah.
All right.
So yeah, if you want to voice some and rules, you can only voice until 3 characters. But if you want to voice some extra characters like some trucks and some random engines, you can.
Oh.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll
tell me-
try.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What are you watching exactly?
Oh, it's the remaster version for B12 Trains Productions video of the Tale of the Bad Engine. It's premiering now. Like,
Okay, and I'm watching. I don't know if you guys heard of the here, John. I think you know the guy that was in my streams, but yeah, GWR15 doesn't know who he is. He's called Michael Benitez.
Whoa, that's great perspective.
He basically does awesome stories, and he did. Let's say his evilest creation is E2, who will appear in question GWR15. Have you watched my movie Terror of the Devil Engine?
Yeah, that was creepy, and I almost died of laughter when Train fan and scream with the scream sound effect that just they did to Duncan.
Yeah. Did you see what's her hand up for Duncan? Okay, you stupid banana. That was the funniest thing of the entire movie, I think.
Came to set and soon the yard was showered in warm orange glow, creating an atmosphere of bright, spooky tales. The engine took turns telling ghost stories as the moon rose overhead, Each tries to outdo the last.
Alexander, what are you doing? Go back to work. Okay, you stupid banana.
Sorry. I was just listening to the premiere.
Oh my god.
Finally, it was Henry's turn to tell a story. He insisted for a moment and curiously looked over to Gordon Edward, who appeared cautious at first.
Don't give much step being very offended after he called, okay, you stupid banana.
Yeah.
It's up to you, Henry.
I think that's the funniest scene of the movie. I think the scariest was at the end when it showed that's actually not my character. It belongs to a friend of mine, Michael Benitez.
Come on.
Yeah.
I made a reason, but he doesn't have trains. So yeah, that's why I made for him.
So Henry began.
No. Yeah.
The engineer who worked for the faraway railway, he was never given a name. Or I should say, never lived long enough to be given a name. Henry paused impressively.
Wait a minute. Alberto?
One legend.
Yes.
What? I think in the script and there's a character named Martin the Ghost Tank Engine.
Oh,
How he came to be built. On what legend.
oh, Martin. Oh, that's Percy's Ghost Engine in my series.
Oh yeah, I also have a OC villain who's a murder engine, especially for human and animal.
David lineage, but
This
your
crazy of his mind.
little engine using only parts of other steam engines. The parts didn't fit together very well.
But in the second movie of mine, it's going to have a claw, just like his tent.
Oh, okay. But again, Martin's Percy's Ghost Engine in my series. Jacob's the engine from Halloween. Nigel's basically the old Bridge engine, and Wilfred's the engine from Scare the Engines.
Oh.
One day, every clip. Edward suddenly stopped after the bad memory had flashed across his mind. Vickers was furious and confronted him about his awful behavior.
You know,
What was it you?
Yes, John, could you mute yourself, please? Because
Sorry about that.
to tell me. Okay.
The two are
What?
Again, what were you saying?
No, I forgot.
Okay, but there's a character called GWR Panier. He basically he looks like he's like Thomas. However, he's like Doug. However, he has Thomas's face. Fun fact: some characters represent ROCs. For example, that one he represents your OC.
just company.
Well, Summer, others of my sleep with one of them. The yellow is named Ben Day. It's a combination with the name Ben, one of Bill's twin, and Day, the day of the weeks.
Yeah, nice. And yeah, GWR Panier. He, let's say, represents your OC.
Well, he got a rebuild. It got a previous design where it was rebuilt.
Yeah. So yeah, wanna voice him?
What?
Wanna voice GWR Panier? Again, he represents your OC.
Yeah. Here.
Okay. You take him. Let me go on Discord. Yeah.
The became louder and louder and louder. The other engine's eyes were glued to Henry. They didn't dare make a sound. The fast engine, doing the big engine just off the line, had intentionally missed a signal and plowed into the back of the express train to get even. The sight of it was awful.
You killed my passenger! You killed my passengers!
But the engine didn't care. He just laughed. The woman had seen the mess and sent the engine for scrap.
Please, no, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill those passengers. Sorry, Alfred, but I have no choice. You're going to be scrapped. Oh, come on.
And he died.
Yeah.
So that is the moral of the story. Stand up to people. And
Yeah.
to the very end. Most people might just hurt you with the ghost.
Hey, you're voicing GWR pen, you're okay?
Yeah.
Wow, Henry, James laughed. That was a twisted story. I might have to keep the light on tonight, said Percy, and everyone laughed. Soon,
Yeah, there are more characters being added, so yeah.
Gordon, Henry, and Edward, however, stayed behind. As soon as the others were out of earshot, Henry's side looked very ill. Gordon smiled sympathetically. A fine performance, Henry. Though I know that's not an easy story for you to tell. Do you think you knew who we were talking about? Said Edward. The only one who might have known was Thomas, but he was too young at the time to remember. And Gordon, you think 98462 was actually scrapped? Asked Henry, but Gordon and Edward didn't answer right away. The three looked up at the moon, feeling uncertain but hopeful that the flat engine wouldn't come back to haunt them again.
John, could you mute yourself because I need to ask you guys something. Does this take place on the same universe as Sodor's The Dark Times?
This is one was based on. It was written by Richard Jordan, but I don't know. But I'm afraid it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, 98462 can go hit himself on the scrapyards for all I can.
Something like that.
Yeah. And watch this video here that I send in the private chat. You guys will like it.
Okay.
All right.
It's a video of a friend of mine.
Oh, what is it now? I hope it's not bad. Because I swear of God.
Tells us low line. He basically tells stories about, places on Sodor that no one has ever known and engines that no one has ever known.
I think I know this person.
Oh, God.
I can tell. The story is about an engine. I'll tell the story because I record the story. The engine's about an engine called South. He's
South?
basically, yeah, but his real name's, Rockwell Southern. That's South's real name, Rockwell Southern. He's just like Edward, the funnest railway K2. However, he has a taller funnel and he has 4 wheels instead of 2. And he has 2 living wheels instead of 1. And basically one day he worked at that line. One day there was gonna be a heavy goods train, explosives with 3 engines. They were I don't know their classes, but yeah. They're basically, and then South and those 3 engines struggle at the hill, but then the train came loose and they started to roll down the hill. The leading engine said, "Brakes! And then the South screamed, "I'm trying!" But then there was a problem. The leading engine came off the tracks, derailed, and the 3 leading engines plunged into the ravine below. Then South followed and plunged as well, taking their crews and the guard with it. Soon it was followed by a massive bang, and the entire train was destroyed. South and the other 3 engines were dead, scrapped. And the line closed down a few months later. And then the first town where the line ended it's today served as a docks, but where the line started was completely abandoned. And they say when the moon is full, you can see South trying to save that train, but he can never do it.
Wow, that's quite amazing.
And if you guys ask what South is color, he's basically galaxy blue. But here's a funny fact: he's galaxy blue, but his standard's red.
Interesting.
Like he had a cloak. So yeah.
Oh, I need to get something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rest of South's brothers was sent to was sent to the aluminium works at Pure Godred. So yeah, what do you guys think of the story?
Good. That was good. You right?
Yeah, and I'm planning to make a special of that story, but with trains. And yeah, I might make a South reskin if I could, because it's a struggle to make.
Yeah. By the way, on Christmas, I think I will have the old take and play Thomas and the other engines for Christmas.
Yeah, if you didn't hear what South looks like, he's like a Funnest Railway K2. However, he has 4 wheels and he has 8 wheels on each side. I mean, not 8 wheels on each side. He has 4 wheels on. He has 4 wheels in total. I mean, wait. He has 8 wheels in total, and yeah, he also have a leading 2 trailing wheels. That's how South looks like. So let's say South looks a bit like Alden. Okay, you know Alden.
Okay.
Do you know Alden, one of Ironclad OCs?
No.
Yeah, let's say I'm showing my screen. Oh, South looks a bit like this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how South looks like, let's say. But he's galaxy blue and his tender's red.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The face, I don't know what face should I use. He's a kind engine, so what face should I use on him?
Beats me. Oh, I think I have the beginning of the story that I came up with.
I know what face I'm gonna use. I think I'll use my face on him.
Let's say what now?
My face pack. Do you know the face pack I use?
Yeah. I might have been missing that face pack.
Yeah, here's the face pack I use. That's the face pack I use, and I may use this face pack for South. Yeah, and then do you guys want to voice someone in the special South? Do you guys want to voice like one of the leading engines? You can voice number 3. Wait, let me see who is it.
Right.
Let me see. Wait, let me hear it.
Brakes!
Kaboom!
Good one. I haven't saw that.
Who are the engines exactly? Because I forgot who they are. What are the numbers again?
Right.
I might be the second engine.
I can be the third, I guess.
Yeah.
You can be what?
We just decided to be the second and third engine. From the ghost story you just told us.
Yeah, and wait, what are the numbers again? Wait, I'll see.
I think I have my own story. Like, this one's about an old mine. Like, I'll tell it anyway.
Yeah.
The old mine between Howland Lake and Gorsaflin. On the line between Howland Lake and Gorsaflin, there was
It's
Oh, sorry.
The music is
Oh, sorry.
which what's the name of the music?
It's Promise Reprise by Maru.
Okay, wait, there's
Sorry.
engine, there's engine number 3, which is painted red.
Ooh.
The second engine, 39, is painted blue. And the third locomotive, number 60, is painted jet black. Do you guys want to voice one of them?
Sure.
Sure.
You voice the front. Who wants to voice the front, the middle, or the back engine?
I'll
might
choose
do
the middle.
Okay.
I'll go with the back.
So yeah, I'll try to convince my friend. I'll voice the front. Tranquil Force voicing south.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, I'll make the casting call for him. Wait. The name is gonna be Tale of the Snowball Line Locomotive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tale of the yeah. Snow. Wait. Snow. Did someone get a message on?
Sorry, it was quite me. I just received a message. Like, sorry
Yeah.
about that. Sorry.
But I send you OC in the private my OC in the private chat.
Huh?
Oh, he sent me his OC. Nice.
That's mine.
Okay. Tales of Snow Low Line Engine.
Nice.
Wait. Engine number 3, engine number. Number 60. So yeah, who will voice the back again?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Who's gonna voice the back and the middle engine?
I'll be voicing in the back. August
I'll voice in the
said
middle.
about being in the middle.
Okay, so John's gonna voice engine 60 and DWR 15 is gonna voice engine number 39.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I'll voice number 3.
Guys, look who's also in the chat. I just entered without permission.
Martin?
Exactly.
I know this
Nice
engine
to
from
meet you
your.
for the
I
first
know
time.
this.
Yeah.
I know this
John.
engine. It's from your Sodor Fallout video.
Yeah, that actually is from the Sodor Coaster 13, the first chapter. It was once a human body, it's now an engine. And it doesn't have the things that you will see on Shed 17. It's only the face, not all the engine parts. So you don't think wrong.
Whoa.
Anyways, nice to meet you, although
Oh, that reminds me of something.
are you really even listening to me or what?
Oh, I think he's busy at the moment. Like, I think he will respond back.
Oh well, put the please stand by a logo, please.
Okay.
Hilarious that meme.
And yeah, if you guys watch the story, the enemies don't have classes. Number 3, number 39, and number 60. They don't have classes. Michael didn't tell me. So yeah. And in number 9, I guess it's gonna be LMY class 28. So yeah, what is 60 gonna be? John, you decide.
Mm, Number 36?
No, 60. 60. The one you're voicing.
Right, sorry. Sorry. Oh, and Augustine. Oh, is it, sorry.
Yes. What is it?
If you want, you could have my OC. Like, a friend just made it for me. Like, his name is K2
Oh.
Studios 2002. Like,
Oh, yes.
he's a good friend of mine. And he makes some great remakes.
And I don't have a Google Drive for my OC, but I can send to you guys in this. I can send to you in Discord.
And my friend K2 Studios 2002 also has his own OC. I think it was a 240 tender engine. It looks. I don't know what type of locomotive was it, but it looks cool.
Yeah, and then I am. Yeah. Again, what classes of locomotives you guys want your engines to be? My number 3 being LNY class 28.
How about a
Then makes traffic engines. So yeah.
I got a furnace railway K2 for an idea. It is
Okay,
a
so
traffic engine.
you're looking at Furnace Railway K2.
Mm-hmm.
And what's gonna be the middle?
Oh,
Mm,
how about an LMS Black 5?
I was thinking about putting 2 LNY class 28 and 1 Furnace Railway K2.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what if there was an old set of points before the viaduct, the viaduct between Gorseflint and Howland Lake? Like, that's like maybe deep into the forest or something like that. Well, I think I came up with a good opening for it. If you want, I could tell it to you. Or I can might save it for another time.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I tell it, or should I, or maybe for another time? Let's see. Okay. I'll give it a try. Here it goes. At the line between Howland Lake and Gorseflint, there was some old set of points that led to another line that went deep into the forest.
That's my server. I invited my server. See you, GWL15.
Okay. At the end of the line, there was a coal. Oh, hold on. Sorry. On the line between Howland Lake and Gorseflint, there was an old set of points that led another line that went deep into the forest. At the end of the line, there was an old stone slate and coal mine. Mainly, it has 2 tank engines to deliver the coal and stone to the junction that heads towards the crossover section at Howland Lake and then continues down the line towards Gorseflint. Mainly, the coal and stone were basically used as material and fuel power for both villages at Howland and Gorseflint. This continued for a few years until the work on the line was went dry and closed down in 1910. Most people believe that the coal and stone mine went dry due to an accident at the mines. Some say that the mine there has a curse and legend that happened many years ago in 1905. Whatever the case was, the line that went there was abandoned. It was abandoned for years until the line and Howland Lake and Gorseford were reopened. The only engineer about what happened in at the old mine was Edward, but he won't tell it to the others due to what he saw in 1929. So the junction that led to the mine was still abandoned until now. So yeah, that was quite the part of the story. So it's not really a good one, but I tried my best to write it down. I hope you guys like the story, like just parts of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh well.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the story of South or the Tale of the Snow Line?
Oh yeah, it's called the old mine between Howland Lake and Gorseflin. Like, I just came up with it. Like, since it's quite a little bit based on the line that Henry took and based on the episode of Haunted Henry. Like,
Yeah, this episode right here, I send again in the private chat.
Okay,
Have you watch it? Because yeah, it's very nice.
okay.
It's about South and yeah, the accident those other freezings had.
At work.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, I think I asked everyone around if they've watched my movie, and they say yes.
it was quite amazing.
Yes. Yeah. Did you like it, GW15? I hope you do. You did like it.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
fast.
what was my favorite scene? Your favorite? I think his favorite scene was when Duncan said, "Hey, Sandor, what are you doing? Go back to work." Then Sandor said, "Okay, okay, you stupid banana."
Stupid banana. Now that is a classic one. I never heard of, even though I never heard about it, but it's still a good one.
So they decided to build a railway.
This is amazing.
Wait, are you hearing the Are you hearing the story with music in the background?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Is known for its
Oh, sorry. I was. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to the story.
The island of Sodor is known for its many railways, but there are several railways and stories related to them that have not been heard in a very long time. This story of one of those railways. It was known as the Snow Wall Line. In the most northern part of Sodor lies a range of one of those railways. It was known as the Snow Wall Line.
In the most northern part of Sodor lies a range of mountains. They are known as the Snow Wall Mountains because snow on the top of them, and that whenever you go on top of those mountains, it will always be very cold, and snow will be everywhere. This will be the site of one of the most forgotten incidents on Sodor. In the early days of Sodor, there was only the Sodor Mainland Railway that served this island. However, people were wondering if they could make a railway that ran across the mountain railway on the Snow Wall line. Between the Snow Wall mountain range lie the town of Slarwalk and the town of Reverin. Slarwalk and Reverin were about the same size. However, there was no way Reverin could be access to the outside world, and so they decided to build a railway that went from Slarwalk to Reverin via the mountain range of the Snow Wall. I'm sorry to say, however, that things didn't go according to plan. During the construction of the railway, they had to face very steep terrain and downhill grades. In all, 30 workers were killed during the construction of the railway that lasted until from 1901 to 1908. The line on the Snow Wall was a bit complex. It first started from Slarwalk, and then it followed a steep grade similar to Gordon's Hill. But as the grade kept continuing, it would get steeper and steeper. And then there would be a small level track, and then a much steeper grade. And then it would be a long way downhill to Reverin. It was very treacherous. And the owners of the time knew that they had to build an engine that would withstand these grades. And so, in 1906, they built a standard gauge locomotive that would be used to work on the line of Snow Wall. This engine was a very unique looking engine. He looked like a mix of the Furnace Railway K2 class locomotives. However, he had a taller funnel and had 4 driving wheels and 2 trailing wheels. He didn't have an actual number, but he was known as Rockwall Southern, but everyone called him South for short. South was painted in galaxy blue with a red tender that made him look like it was a cloak, which made everyone really enjoy him because he was such a unique and handsome-looking engine. He was an extremely kind locomotive and that would work for anyone, and was glad to be working on this line. He was built with very strong brakes and was one of the strongest engines on Sodor at the time, if not the strongest engine at the time. Beginning in 1908, the Snow Wall line was put into service, and South would work his hardest by helping the trains up the hill. Other than this, he would also assist as a makeshift braking system for the trains going downhill, as they needed strong brakes, as the engines at the time didn't have very strong brakes to cope with the steep grade downhill. This, I'm sorry to say, would be South's downfall. Whenever a train went up the Snow Wall mountain range to Reverin or to Slarwalk, they had to be double-headed, or in some cases triple-headed, for it was too steep, and the trains would be too heavy for one to do the work alone. And South would just be there to push the engines up the hill and serve as a regular banking unit. At this point, he was very skilled at this, but many of the engines that went across the Snow Wall mountain range were unskilled and scared of being on this line, despite South's very kind nature. A small shed was built on the level track that led to the much steeper grade, and this was where South would stay in before a train would rumble past him, and he would buffer up to it, be coupled onto it, and push it up the incline, and help the train downhill. And he would have no problems getting back up the hill back to his little shed. His crew were Bill Rogers and Dixon Norrick. They were one of the best-known people in town, and would ski up the hill at times, while South just watched. To him, it was all fun and games, but there was still much work to be done, and he would always do it with a smile. That was until one sad April night in 1911.
Yeah, John.
Due to the high range of these
Yes.
Let me give you a suggestion. When the runaway starts, you like put the runaway theme, and after the crash, you put like a crash sound.
I don't know, but I think I might try.
Okay.
All right.
Continue hearing the story.
All right.
Mountain range, there was 7. Due to the high range of the Snowwall Mountain range, there was frequent chances of snowstorms. The frequent storms often caused many troubles for the engines, as they couldn't see them very well. And due to this, South had 3 headlamps, 2 on his running board and 1 on his funnel. On April 15th, 1911, South and his crew was waiting at the small shed, where a small shack was, where the guard would sometimes stay at, for a train to pass. They got news that a large freight train hauled by 3 locomotives would need help up the steep grade and downhill. South kindly said to his crew, "Well, looks like we got another train to catch," and his crew just smiled. During the time, night had fallen, and it was very thick with snow covering all over the place. A snowstorm had been broadcast earlier, and as they waited for the freight train, the wind howled. A headlamp was seen in distance, and slowly the freight train came rumbling up the first incline. It was hauled by 3 locomotives.
I'm back.
Oh, hey. I was just listening to the story of or tale of the Snowwall line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, keep listening. So yeah.
Okay.
But all had numbers too. The first engine, number 3, was
The
painted
one I'm
red.
voicing.
The second engine, 39, was painted blue. And the third locomotive, number 60, was painted jet black.
The one you're voicing.
They were very young locomotives and didn't know the actual grade, and this was their first time up the hill. Behind them was a whopping train. The train consisted of 3 tankers, 16 freight cars full of coal, and 60 hoppers. Hoppers were the short term for vans on that part of the line, and there were 2 brake vans on the back of the train. "Well, looks like this train needs more than just brake vans," said South as his crew jumped on board and steamed him up. As the train slowly passed him, South buffered up to the train and blew his whistle, and the large train set off for the incline up the hill.
Now you put the runway theme. So yeah.
The guard that lived in that shack would ever see South and his crew alive.
Right.
And when the runway started, yeah.
The climb was not an easy one for the first 3 locomotives on the front of the train. It was very tough, and the engines were scared of being such a big height. "I can't see a thing," said number 3. "This snow swall is too much for me," said number 39. "Leave it to me," called South. All the while, his fireman stayed afloat, though he'd sometimes play on the line when he and himself was going up the hill or going down. In those days, the brakeman would have to ride across the cars to tie down the brakes, or the air brake of the locomotive. However, there would be some cases where the train would have to use their own brakes to even stop on the first incline, just to make sure that things were safe. On the first stop, everything seemed fine, and the engine checked their brakes, and slowly they started back up the hill again. They were going at a good 20 miles per hour, but to the 3 locomotives, it seemed too slow. "We're going to be late," they said. They weren't arrogant, they were just really nervous. South smiled. It was time that these youngsters would be taught a lesson about how to go up this hill, he thought, and he pushed the train up the hill with all his might, blowing his whistle all the while. And then it came to a steep downhill grade that led into Reveille. As the long, heavy train began to go down the hill, South realized that he was starting to be dragged along as the locomotives were becoming very nervous and wanted to get back on schedule, but were too late to look down. "Take it easy up there," he called to them. The engines didn't respond. They really wanted to get back down the hill as soon as possible. They were going as fast as they could down the hill. The two brakemen and the two brake vans ran across the train, but they realized to their horror that the air hoses connecting the air brakes to the locomotives had frozen solid. There was no way that the trains would give down the air brakes. And so, it would give all the Sal ever got to stop that train. He called to the engines another time. "Guys, slow down! The air hose is so frozen! We have to slow down!" The engines didn't pay attention to him, however. They just want to get back down the hill as soon as possible. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," called engine number 3. Come on, we're almost there," said engine 39, even though they were halfway down the hill. By the time they crossed the bridge on the mountain, they had reached 70 miles per hour on a 35-mile-per-hour grade. South tried to call out to the engines, but they didn't respond. They were too scared. So, South took a deep breath and began hammering down his brakes as hard as he could, blowing his whistle all the while to stop the runaway train. At this point, the three locomotives also realized that they were out of control. Wait, what's going on? "What brakes?" called engine number 3. 60 and 39 were in response, but it was way too late to stop the runaway train. The train was now going down the hill at a reckless speed. South and his driver fought for control, but it was much too late. With close to 20 miles left to go down the mountain, the engine number 3 went off the curve and plunged the gorge below, taking engine 39 and 60 with him, screaming out into the night. The truck soon followed, and the two brake fans too. South braked with all of his might, but the weight of the entire train was too much, and he himself flew down the mountainside. The train fell to the ground in a horrific explosion. The residents of River Run rushed to the scene of the disaster, but there was little that they could do. All three locomotives on the front of the train were killed instantly. Their crews were also killed. They didn't bother jumping off the train. The train fell to the ground in a horrific explosion. The residents of River Run rushed to the scene of the disaster, but there was little that they could do. All three locomotives on the front of the train were killed instantly. Their crews were also killed. They didn't bother jumping off the train. The entire train was completely destroyed. The two guards in the vans were also killed. And then, South and his entire crew were also killed. Nothing was left that resembled an engine that was once South. He was just a hump of metal that was once one of the most powerful locomotives on the region. The fire went out after 20 minutes, but it was a horrific sight. The accident on that night has become known as the Great Snowball Wreck, but it has been since forgotten by those. The residents helped clear up the mess as much as they could, but the three locomotives and South were taken away to be scrapped, and the bodies, or whatever was left of them, were taken to Reverend Cemetery, where they were properly buried. The wind howled as their bodies went to their graves, and as the wind howled again, South's body was scrapped. Knowing how dangerous this line was, the owners of the Snowball line decided it was best to close the line, as it was considered much too dangerous for engines to be up there. And the two locomotives of South's class were never taken into proper use. These two locomotives, who were known as Slopier and Mountain, were taken to a museum piece, but now are working on the Peel Godred branch of the aluminium works. And as for the line, it was shut down. Referin is still there, but is now served by a port. Slorwalk never recovered from the accident that night, and has slowly dropped until residents of nearly 30. As for the line itself, this is when the hauntings really began. Around a week after the disaster, on one of the last trains to ever run the line, they reported seeing a headlight rushing at them at a dangerous speed. But just as the train was about to hit their own train, the train flew off the bridge. It was consisted of 3 locomotives, number 3, 39, and 60, and a locomotive resembling South. But when they went to the scene, nothing was there, and it continued night after night. A phantom freight train will be seen rumbling and thundering down the mountainside, whistles blowing in the wind to only have crashed or disappeared entirely. They say that if you walk on that old line at night, you'll hear a whistle echoing in the darkness, and a headlamp glares at you, and a freight train pulled by 3 locomotives will thunder right past you, followed by 2 brake fans, and South. That old shed where South was still stands, but no engine berths in it. The Snowwall Mountain ranges down the hole to the spirits of those that were lost. And many people say that on that mountainside, they'll see the headlamp and a locomotive. The locomotive resembling South, climbing up and down that hill. But he is trapped there, never to leave that mountainside. He can't leave it until he completes his tasks. He has even tried to help trains up those hills, but after 3 more accidents on that hillside, it was considered that the railway was too dangerous and it was closed. But in each instance, a banker engine was seen falling off the bridge with them, but no wreckage was ever found of the 4th engine. And so, on that railway that has now long since been forgotten, South's ghost still runs that line, along with those that were killed with him on that dreadful 1911 night. And it's safe to say this, that if you see South, it's always best that when you see him, say thank you to him for what he did to try to stop the train, but he couldn't. And he'll give you a whistle response and will disappear into the night.
So what do you think?
It was quite amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Run like rain.
It was quite amazing. That was quite an amazing story. More ghost stories to listen.
Yeah, Michael makes a lot of good ghost stories.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of those are South Story, and I may remake that totally the story, everything on trains.
Now that is amazing.
Yeah. And should I add extra characters, like for example, ROCs, Edward, I don't know.
Sure. I don't mind.
Why the ROC? Because it was actually one of South's brothers who were telling the story, and they were telling the story to you and me. Yeah, we went to deliver a train to the aluminium works, and then yeah, South's brother. And then we asked him why did he look a bit sad, and then told the story about his
Oh,
brave brother.
Hmm. This is funny about engine number 340. I don't
Oh,
know.
340. 340, he's a B12 with no leading bogies. That's why he's a reckless engine.
You
Yeah,
saying that he's a B12?
Yeah, with no leading bogey.
That's crazy. I gotta listen to this.
If you want to do the same one you did that South story, it's yeah.
Okay.
Lives can be cut short. Lives don't live forever. Lives will die. The island of Sodor is a place where steam locomotives and diesel engines can live forever and lead happy lives. Some of its engines, however, have suffered terrible fates, while others were simply sold away. Others have never left, all because of tragic accidents. I am one of those engines, and this is my story. I was good.
Yeah, I'm bored.
yeah, I should end up the stream, right?
I don't know. You decide.
Maybe I should do. Well, that's all for the test for the string yard, I think. Well, goodbye.
Bye bye.